Hello, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to your February 2025 tarot reading. I am Elena Valdez, and this reading is for you if you have your moon, Venus, sun, and rising sign in the sign of Cancer. All right, we're going to get right into it, and we're going to go into general energy here for February, and then we're going to move right into advice and guidance. And please remember, Cancer, you have free will. Never, ever, 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 ever make decisions based on a tarot reading, based on an astrology reading. Always trust your gut. Your body will let you know if something resonates with you or not. And yeah, you have free will. Let's get into it. General energy here for Cancer. I have already pre-shuffled your cards, so let's get into it. General energy here for Cancer. Okay, they're talking. These cards are talking. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So, a couple of things. You started off with a bang here. So you started off with the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. And then you moved into the Sun, the Two of Pentacles, and the Wheel. So, right out of the gate, Cancer, I feel like, wow, this is interesting. You have some cycles repeating here. With the Two of Pentacles smack in the middle of the Sun and the Wheel, I'm getting the sense here, Cancer, that a lot of you are struggling and trying to balance your faith in the divine, your faith in whatever it is that you believe in, whether it's God, the universe, whatever it is that is sacred to you, Cancer, and the ability to be able to trust that in terms of how you express yourself creatively, how you express yourself as a person. And you're trying to balance that with the expectations of how things are unpanning before your eyes, or how things are moving in front. So it's sort of like you're observing something that's happening in front of you. This could be at work, this can be at your family, your marriage, your relationship, where there's this, you're seeing the wheel turn, you're seeing the events happening there, whatever that is. So whether it's the way you're working with people at your job place, the way your relationship is going, the direction, and you're sort of seeing that the direction it's going, it's sort of competing with your natural tendency, like your natural expression of who you are here. And so you're trying to balance that out, right? Like, okay, for example, my current relationship is requiring me to be more supportive in XYZ way because my spouse needs that, or my sibling needs that, or my neighbor, my friend needs that. But in that process, you are trying to hold, it's almost like you're trying, what I'm getting is that you're trying to hold on to your sense of self, how you express that. This could also be some kind of creative project that you're in, that you're seeing the evolution of it go one direction, and you're trying to make it, not make it, but you're trying to make sure that who you are, who you are as an individual and the creative person that you are, as it pertains to that project, like you want to make sure that it's synced, right? Like you want to make sure that who you are is represented in that collaboration or that project or that job or that thing or that relationship. And you're watching it evolve here with the wheel. You're watching it do its thing, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. It's capturing the attention of XYZ audience, but that wasn't my intention. Something along those lines, right? Or, oh, my spouse thinks I want XYZ trip or XYZ life or XYZ thing, but that's not actually what I want. And the thing here that we want to be careful with, because you started off with the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords, right? So it's almost like we're avoiding. This is the feeling of, you know, that it's either if we speak up, right? Because Swords is all about speaking up, what we say and what we don't say, or what other people have said to us and what they have not said to us, mainly what they have said. And there's an energy here that's moving straight into the kill, straight into the point. And it correlates with this energy here where it's almost like you're not sure how someone or some people are going to react with this information that you have, but there's a sense of urgency. There's a feeling here that you know you have to say something before the wheel turns so far to the other side that there's no comeback. There's like the momentum moves so fast, it's too late, right? So I'll give you some examples that I'm picking up right now, right? Let's say you work, whether it's your business or you work with other people. Let's say you're working on a project or a product, and the packaging of this product is on its way, the marketing, the advertisement. And you were initially connected to the idea, right? Or maybe you were the reason this was created to begin with. And you're watching the unveiling, the unwrapping of this thing, okay? But you're noticing it's like, oh, how do I balance my voice in this? It's almost like you're watching it go a certain direction because of the advice of the advertisers, the advice of the marketing team, the advice of other people in the project. And you're watching it and you're like, what about the initial idea, that my initial voice, my initial fill in the blank, right? And you're seeing it move. You're seeing this wheel go. And so it's almost like you have this urgency to stop it. You're like, oh, I gotta slow this down. But I know it's going to hurt some people. Or it may potentially come back and hurt me if I speak up. Or another way that this could be playing out is that you're watching it happen so fast. You're watching this happen so fast. Because another thing I'm getting here is that for those of you where that first scenario does not resonate, I also sense that for another group, something about your creativity is the momentum is going so fast that you didn't see it coming. And the Knight of Swords here towards the Ten of Swords, or moving towards the Ten of Swords, it's almost like it may be moving a little too fast for you, Cancer. And that may be causing some kind of pain, anxiety, worry, concern that, the things that are important to you may or may not be considered here. This can be a relationship too. You could be moving into something that is so yummy, but it's going so fast at the same time. It's like, whoa, slow it down a bit. For others of you who are in the creative field or business owners, even for those of you who are wanting to grow your family, have been thinking about a family, like literally having a child or adopting or that kind of thing, or fostering. For some of you, it's happening, and it's happening potentially overnight. So let's say you are an artist. You could have like overnight recognition, and it happens so fast, the wheel starts turning, and you're like trying to balance it all out. I just got, what is her name? Chappell Roan. I wonder what sign she is, but I think I feel like I totally pick up Cancer vibes from her, but I don't know. I'm going to look it up after this reading. But I'm getting that energy, right? That you've worked on something for so long that the sudden recognition of it comes so fast that it's almost painful, that stretch, that the growth of it, the overnight growth is so painful, right? Because it's happening so fast. And for others of you, see the initial topic of you need to stop something from continuing because it's not matching your identity, who you were in that project. I hope that I'm making sense, Cancer, because in my head it looks so clear, but sometimes I don't articulate it the way that I see it and the way that I feel it. But I think it'll make sense for those who this is meant to resonate with. Let's get some advice. What advice can we offer Cancer? I feel like there are a group of you here that you're getting your dreams finally. Like that sun, your creative, your business is finally happening. That's what I'm hearing. It's finally happening. And it may bring up like old buried pain. You know, like the fear of, oh my God, this is happening. Now what? Am I capable? Can I do this? Okay, let's get advice for our Cancers. Advice for a beautiful Cancer. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, a couple of things happening here. There are many of you here. You're protecting something. You have the Seven of Wands and the Fool. It's like you're protecting your individuality in this, whatever this is. Again, this could be your relationship. This can be a creative. I'm picking up a purpose thing though, like bigger. Not that relationships are not big, but bigger than that. It can be a relationship for some of you, but a lot of you, this is a creative, business, purpose-driven thing. And with the Seven of Wands, you know, it's like this thing that you've worked so hard on. The Seven of Wands, there's a lot of effort being put into something that gets you to a point that if it's not resonating, if other people are either attacking the thing, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your essence, your voice in the project, the way you want to steer the business, there's a sense here that you are feeling like you need to defend and protect that thing that you've been working so hard on. Because it threatens your individuality here with the Fool. It threatens your sense of freedom, your sense of being who you truly are at your core. And it also, it's like you're protecting being unencumbered, or there's something about this thing, whether it's you, your identity, the relationship, that there's something about it. There's something about the curiosity around that. It's like your curiosity, your sense of adventure, your sense of independence and individuality is being threatened in this thing, which matches here with the Sun, right? Because the Sun is all about individuality, sense of self-worth, what you bring to the table, you're creative, all of that. And here you're like defending, you're like creating some boundaries. Like you're realizing I need to create some boundaries because something has broken your heart here. Something broke your heart. So either someone took something that was yours, a creative, did something with it that was different. And this could be within your relationship, right? Like this could be a dynamic where you're in a relationship where someone's not hearing you, someone's not seeing what you're saying, but it's kind of like blocking, because there's something here about who you are at the core, your sense of exploration of the world and curiosity of your creative, either being blocked or being moved in a direction that you maybe didn't initially approve of or want. And I think this is why you're having this urgency of like, we got to figure this out. We got to make a decision, right? Because there's a heartbreak. There's a heartbreak of either if it's your company, your colleagues, like they're not hearing you, or the heartbreak can just be this overnight success that you have in something that interrupts your freedom to just be, right? Because when let's say you are an influencer or you are in the creative arts, and one day you go from having your peace and your privacy, even if you have like just a regular 9-to-5 job where you're just left alone, but then overnight something happens and you become the new CEO, the new manager, and now you have all this new responsibility that interrupts this easy flow of independent, unencumbered life. And that's why you're trying to protect that piece of having that freedom, right, from that level of responsibility. So for those of you who are becoming like a success overnight, or you're becoming public overnight, there's like some kind of heartbreak around that. Not that you don't want the thing, you want the thing, but there's like maybe this heartbreak and the realization that you have to move that direction if you want the stability, right? It's almost like you want to move towards that success and that thing, but you want to move towards it slowly, methodically. And there's something that's abrupt here. There's something that's abrupt. And the sadness can also be that it shakes up some other form of stability, right? Like whatever this is, it's like the stable, slow and steady thing that you had or that you wanted is disrupted. So whether it's your relationship that's disrupted because of the success, or that your relationship isn't seeing who you are as an individual, or the creative thing is changing, or your business is changing, or the work thing is changing. It's almost like the concreteness that you were relying on or you were hoping for from that relationship or that thing. It's not, you're not getting the level of consistency that you've needed or that you want from it. And so there's heartbreak in that. There's heartbreak. There's like a sense of, so I'm going to just pull one more card. Like, what advice do we have about how does Cancer navigate this? What advice do you have here for Cancer? What advice do we have for a beautiful Cancer here? Yeah, I'm getting the storyline of what you've dreamed of has arrived, and now there's the question of, wow, do I really want this? Am I ready? What's the advice for a beautiful Cancer? Just beautiful, clear, concise closing advice for a beautiful Cancer. Yeah. So the solution for you, the remedy, beautiful Cancer, the remedy here, the remedy for you through the heartbreak, through the jarring, oh my God, it's all happening, or the, geez, is my voice being considered, all of the topics that we talked about. The solution here is to just stay in your lane, stay focused on the creative and the way that you want your creative, your craft to be. Again, that creative, that craft can be your relationship. It can be the rearing of your children. It can be something creative. If you're an artist, again, it runs the gamut. But the solution for you is to block the noise out, right? Because remember, there is a need here to create boundaries, defend, and protect. But this is going one step further and saying, just focus on the things that matter. Whatever deserve your time and effort. Focus on the things that matter. The parts of your creative that are maybe being tweaked with, instead of fighting it, focusing on it and the creativity and the way that you need that craft to be. Focus on your work, focus on your relationships, focus on the things that matter, and block the noise out. Like, that's the solution right now. It doesn't necessarily say to isolate, but I do feel, because there's a sense here that there's some other element or layer to the thing that you're working on that hasn't yet been considered, or that can solve this issue here. And it's going to come to you when you put your head down and focus. So if this is a relationship, that can translate to going to therapy and focusing on the issue and like working together. If this is a work thing, focusing on your craft, an artist focusing on your craft, your business focusing on your business, right? You get the gist. All right, beautiful. But it feels to me that this is something that is able to be resolved, okay? And it's February, so we'll see what happens here in March. We'll come back and we'll circle back. All right, beautiful Cancer. If you like my content, please like, please subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope to find you back here again soon. Bye.